Niv Hegdekar, President of the University Student Government Association, also known as USGA, at the University of Maryland, Baltimore. This week, our campus is welcoming new and continuing students with UMB Welcomes You series of events presented by Campus Live Weekly. As part of the series, I am here at the SMC Campus Center hosting two discussions for you today. The first will cover student development and leadership opportunities for UMB students. The second discussion will cover catering and dining options for student organizations on campus through the SMC Campus Center and the departments that support them. So this discussion is also being live streamed on the Campus Live Services Facebook page. If you're watching online, please do like and leave questions in the comments below, and your questions will be answered during this live event. So, let's get started. Okay. My first guest is Ms. Cindy Rice, the Director of Student Development and Leadership in the Division of Campus Life Services. Ms. Cindy, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Niv.
So, to start off, could you explain how the Department of Student Development and Leadership benefits UMB students?
Sure. Thank you again. Thank you for having me and allowing me this opportunity to talk a little bit about what we do in student development and leadership. The whole premise, the whole mission of the office basically is to create activities and venues that allow students from all across the campus to interact, get together, and learn, mix and mingle, learn from each other. So that is our ultimate goal. We also try to enhance students' leadership skills by offering different activities and events, and also critical opportunities that allow them to take on leadership roles, such as you in USGA as president, and also there are several other external leadership opportunities that we recruit for as well. Those being the student region position. We're lucky this year because our student from UMB was selected as the student region for all of the universities and colleges in the system. So that is so much fun. Also, there are opportunities with the Maryland Higher Education Commission. We recruit for students to compete against other students throughout actually Maryland to vie for the student commissioner position, as well as we have representatives to the Student Advisory Council for Impact.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So you also work with student organizations like the University Student Government Association. Can you explain how your department supports such organizations?
Sure, I'll be glad to. What we do is essentially work with the officers of these various campus-wide student organizations. We don't really kind of dip into what they offer in the schools individually for their student organizations, but at the campus-wide level, there are several different campus-wide groups, including USGA, and we try to work with those officers to enhance their leadership skills, make them, I would say, just overall holistically developed professionals, and that's our goal.
Wonderful. So aside from USGA, are there any other university-wide organizations where students can be involved and be a part of?
Wow, I'm glad you asked that question. I have a list. Okay, there's the Chinese Students and Scholars Association. We have the Global Medical Brigades. There's the Indian Association, the International Student Organization. These are all campus-wide groups. Muslim Students and Scholars Association, Project Jumpstart, United Students of African Descent, and then a new student organization is coming on board. They're getting, I guess, their organization together now, which is the UMB Health Alliance.
Yes.
And then there's another one that you mentioned to me yesterday, NAMI.
Yes, NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Health Awareness. And we also have another organization called the Queer Student Alliance,
Yes.
which also wants to be a campus-wide organization. And they are going to be working with USGA closely to have a good reach to all students on campus. So to be honest, I'm very excited to work with these people.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to connecting with more of them at next week's Fall Fest, which is on Friday, September 6th. So what exciting events do you have planned for this semester for students?
Okay. Well, in addition to whatever the campus-wide student organizations have to offer that we kind of work to help put them together, such as the Fall Formal with USGA,
Yes.
and then most of the campus-wide student groups will offer an activity that kind of highlights their particular organization. For example, the United Students of African Descent will host the Pan-African Festival. And then the International Student Organization, we work with them to put on Dessert Fest.
Yes.
And that is a truly magnificent event. We get desserts from as many different countries as we can. And we get a really good turnout for that. Students really like it.
That's right. I do remember going to the events. They are a lot of fun. They bring students from campus together. I know our students are really busy most of the semester, so it's a good opportunity for students to come together. So before I proceed, do we have any questions from the audience? No. I guess we're answering every question. Yeah.
How often? Is it once a semester or
What?
the gathering that you just spoke about?
Oh, no. No, it's, well, yes, the Pan-African Festival is just once in the fall. And then there's another event in the spring that's hosted by this organization. But there are, all of the campus-wide student groups have signature events. And that one is for USAD, and everybody across the campus is invited. The International Dessert Fest, that is sponsored by the International Student Organization. Everybody is invited to that. So throughout the semester, you will see announcements, advertisements, and including things like this particular program on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
We announce however we can in as many venues as possible, because we want to try to get a lot of students and faculty, staff, everybody is welcome to attend.
Yes.
You may have already said this, but how do you find out information about like when these groups meet, or if you wanted to join one of those groups, how do you find out information about their meeting times or where they meet, so on and so forth?
Well, a great place to do that is at Fall Fest.
Okay.
Fall Fest is kind of like a campus-wide event that orients new and returning students to all of the resources, well, a lot of the resources, I won't say all, but a lot of the resources available to students on campus. And each of these organizations will be out there at their table recruiting members. Okay? So look for that, and then bottom line is, if you don't see anything after this particular program and you want to get involved, just email me.
Okay.
I'm at osdl@umaryland.edu. Okay. And you can also access that by going to the Campus Life Services website, and you will see a list of all of the units under Campus Life Services, and just click on Student Development and Leadership.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes.
Your email again is SDL.
No, it's OS. It was Office of Student Development and Leadership, but then as time went on, we just dropped the office. But the email address is still OSDL. I should update that.
So do we have any questions from the live viewers? All right, we'll get to those later. So I think this is a good follow-up question to the previous audience question. So where can students find information about student development and leadership?
Well, as you know, USGA puts out a weekly, I guess it's an electronic or digital newsletter. And in that, there are many announcements about various programs and activities that take place on campus, and we will certainly be advertising in that. I've developed an electronic flyer that we hope to post on Facebook to recruit new members for especially United Students of African Descent and the campus-wide International Student Organization. So we hope through advertising through those venues we can get some members to come and help support these great campus-wide organizations.
And I believe some of the organizations also have mailing lists which students can be part of to facilitate direct communication as well, right?
Exactly, yeah, they do. But if people, students who are interested would contact me, I can then put them in touch with the various ways that we have to advertise, what's going on and the need for new members.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Cindy.
Absolutely, thank you, Niv. Thank you. Oh, give me a hug. Thank you.
So my next guest is Raymond Dudek, Director of Campus Life Business Services. As always. Raymond, thank you so much for being here this afternoon. Could you tell us about Campus Life Business Services and how they support the UMB campus?
Sure. So we serve in many roles, but the two main ones. We provide all of the purchasing and procurement functions for other campus life services departments like Office of International Services, the Writing Center, ISLSI, just saying a few. We also do manage all the budget functions for those offices as well. And secondly, we also manage all of the third-party contracts on campus, like the food services, vending, the bookstore. We also manage the one-card office as well.
Wonderful.
So just to touch on the food service part, we do work rather closely with CulinArt, who is in the room today. And one of the advantages of working with CulinArt is it's easier for campus departments to pay for their catering. We accept their charge strings on their behalf and to speed up the payment process. So if any campus departments are out there listening, pay with your charge string. It's a lot faster and easier.
And can student organizations get in touch with you for this purpose?
Sure. Yeah. The best way to reach us is at the Campus Life email address. It's clbusiness@umaryland.edu.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ray. My next guest is Megan Goff, Director of Dining Services at CulinArt.
Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So, Megan, you're with CulinArt, which is one of the departments that Campus Life Business Services supports. What are the on-campus catering options available to student organizations?
So we have multiple catering options on campus and throughout the campus center. We actually cater everything on the student campus center, and then throughout the campus we can deliver outside the building as well, which a lot of people don't think we can do. So any business needs that you have, any catering functions that you have, we can absolutely help you out with those. We offer a diverse menu, and if there's anything on your menu, we like to call our catering menu more of a guide, so that if there's something that you don't see, definitely contact us, ask us if we can do it, because most likely we can help you out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So, what are some of the benefits for the student organizations for working with CulinArt?
So CulinArt, we offer, with our full scope catering guide, we will actually take your event, set everything up for you, we'll break down your event. So it takes off that hassle of having to coordinate, order food, meet a company at the door, and then also set it up so that you can focus 100% on your event, on your meeting, and not have to stress out about food and preparing and having time to set all that up.
So is CulinArt able to accommodate diverse menus, let's say vegan and ethnic cuisines?
Sure, that's a question that we get a lot. So we actually are able to, if there's a question about, especially ethnic, we have that a lot where people just think that, technically they see us as the cafe or Starbucks. They don't really see us as full catering. So CulinArt is a large company, and if we don't have resources in-house, we'll actually go outside to other chefs in the area and ask them if they can help us out. So definitely we can provide all sorts of variety.
Thank you so much. I just want to say on a personal note that I have enjoyed working with CulinArt over the years. They're a fantastic group to work with. In fact, I just emailed them today for a catering order for next week. So
Great,
thank you so much for all that.
thank you.
So for students, shifting to a different note, so for students, what are the dining options at the SMC Campus Center?
So we have a cafe located on the second floor that's open 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. We are excited next week on Tuesday. We are actually going to be opening a new location, which some of you may have been familiar previously with Starbucks on the first floor. We are rebranding it, renaming it, and offering a variety of different dining options now. So it's actually be called the Market at UMB. It's going to feature a kiosk that will be open, so if you're here in the library late or if you finish working out, and we are going to have employees staffing the area from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. After that, as long as the campus center is open, so building hours, the kiosk will be available. So you can come in, you can pick up fresh food, snacks, beverages, whatever you may need, and check out at the kiosk.
Do we have any questions from our wonderful audience? I think we answered everything.
Great, thank you.
And are we good with the live viewers as well?
Just one question.
Yes.
Can you pay with cash and a credit card at the kiosk?
That's a great question. So right now the kiosk is only set up for credit cards. And also just to know, we do accept one cards at our registers while our employees are there, but that will not be accepted at the kiosk.
Awesome. Thank you for clearing that up.
Sure.
So, Megan, where can students find more information about CulinArt and all the wonderful things you all do?
So we have a website. The address is umbdining.catertracks.com. And we also, you can find our information on the Campus Center website. Angela Jackson has actually helped us out with a lot of marketing and kind of putting CulinArt's name out there as well. So you might find some additional information in the Elm or Stall Talk here at the Campus Center.
Megan, thank you so much for your time and for
Thank
speaking with us. I'd just like to thank everybody, Miss Cindy, Raymond, and Megan for their time. And I, as a student, am looking forward to working with you
We
this year.
look forward to it as well. Thank you.
And thank you to the audience for being here and to those watching online. I hope this discussion has been informative. I've learned a lot about the resources at UMB campus, and I hope everybody will as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.